From donation to delight, Bless Our Children is more than just a campaign. It's a chance to change a child's life.
You know what I would have did last year? My children would have probably woke up with nothing. And that would have been horrible.
Whether you can give a little or a lot, every penny goes directly to the children who need it most here on Delmarva. And whether it's a doll, a monster truck, or even a new pair of wheels, Bless Our Children helps to make sure that every child on Delmarva has a present to open on Christmas morning.
Thank you so much for what you did for not just my family, but to other families.
From the people who send in cards and donations
to help make this a special Christmas for these children,
to the organizations who donate their time and effort.
We help to make Christmas special for over 600, 800 children. And that's what that money means to us. It means that we can do this and do it well.
The joy of seeing a smile on a child's face Christmas morning is priceless.
They brought Christmas home to some of these families, which was just amazing.
Bless Our Children, from donation to delight, begins right now.
Hello and welcome to our holiday presentation, Bless Our Children, from donation to delight. I'm Paul Butler.
And I'm Steve Hammond. Tonight, we're going to take a look back at the history of the Bless Our Children campaign here at WBOC and introduce you to the wonderful organizations and, of course, the children who benefit from it.
Bless Our Children wouldn't be what it is today if it weren't for you, our viewers who send in cards and donate online, or our businesses who accept the Alan Harim Bless Our Children Challenge by giving $1,000.
And what an outstanding run the Bless Our Children campaign has had. For well over 20 years, a lot of money has been raised, bringing smiles to a lot of children. Here's a look at what the campaign has been able to do for children right here on Delmarva over the years.
Bless Our Children, with the same initials as WBOC, was started in the early 1990s. It started small and has grown into a charitable juggernaut. In 1992, we raised over $9,000, which was distributed to 8 charities. For perspective, last year, 22 years later, we raised $213,000 and distributed that money to 77 charities. And at times, Bless Our Children has been put into action outside of the Christmas season. In 2001, right after the 9/11 attacks, Delmarva donated $16,000 to help children directly affected by that violence. And in 2005, you really stepped up to the plate, donating $225,000 for children devastated by Hurricane Katrina. Overall, about $1.8 million has been donated since Bless Our Children started. That money has brought smiles and more to tens of thousands of children. Every penny donated is given to charity. WBOC pays for any administrative costs.
In the years since it began, Bless Our Children money has helped families here on Delmarva, but it's the organizations with a true heart for their community that help express the need.
These organizations come to the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation and let us know how many families they plan to help fulfill Christmas wish list. As WBOC's Chris Weimer explains, that's especially true for those groups that have been there since the very beginning.
It's early November, a 70-degree day on Delmarva, but the people at Maple Shade in Mardella Springs are hard at work preparing to help bring Christmas to the children that need it most.
All right, Dan, thank you. The holiday season upon us, we're busy checking items off our holiday shopping list.
For 28 years, the Bless Our Children campaign has helped Maple Shade make that happen. The organization provides therapy for underprivileged children and their families. It also helps out Santa. Angela Ford is the clinical director at Maple Shade. She says every year her organization relies on the funding Bless Our Children brings to help with its Angel Tree program.
It brings presents to children who otherwise wouldn't have a Christmas.
There may not be much to see now, but come December, dozens upon dozens of presents will be stored here, then delivered to families across Delmarva. Last year, 150 families were served thanks to generous sponsors and the help of Bless Our Children.
This might be a child who goes to school and gets teased because their pants are too short or their clothes don't fit.
Maple Shade isn't the only organization that's been with the campaign from the start. Joseph House in Salisbury is a nonprofit charitable organization that helps the poor and homeless. It's also played the role of Santa for the past 28 years.
This is all girls.
Marge Lewis is the head volunteer in that role. She's busy sorting through a room full of gifts for boys and girls. Gifts all made possible thanks to the help of Bless Our Children.
Without the money from Bless Our Children, I don't know what Sister would shop with.
Without these giving and selfless groups, Christmas wouldn't be the same for families on the Eastern Shore. But without Bless Our Children, these amazing organizations wouldn't be able to serve them.
The Bless Our Children campaign is a wonderful thing on the shore.
Well, it means Christmas for us. Bless Our Children is Christmas for the Joseph House Toy Ministry.
Even more than that, though, without your help and your donations, none of this would be possible. Chris Weimer, WBOC News.
It doesn't matter what caused the hardship. Unexpected challenges happen almost every day on Delmarva. Fires destroy families' homes, children are diagnosed with life-threatening illnesses, or there's just a time of financial hardship.
The Good Old Boy Foundation, based out of Sussex County, is there to step in and help families when life gets hard. As WBOC's Maxine Bensel shows us, the foundation aims to help children, all while teaching their own children the importance of giving back.
Over the years, the Good Old Boys, a children-based foundation out of Sussex County, have helped hundreds of people, but they got their start trying to help one.
This foundation was set up to help people out in their unexpected time of need is what originally got us started. We had a little girl who had a brain tumor, and we wanted to provide a Christmas for her. So we set up his Facebook page, flying by the seat of our pants, just to try to help her out, and it just grew from there.
Josh Wharton says the holidays are their busiest time of year. Through coat drives and random acts of kindness, they do what they can to spread a little holiday cheer.
We're going to adopt some families. We'd like to take some of the other family members out and to shop for these children, and we're trying to infiltrate and spread the Christmas cheer and to show that it's more about giving than it is receiving.
A message Wharton says the foundation wants to spread all year long. The foundation tries to instill the importance of giving in their own children. 13-year-old Mackenzie Payne is one of them.
It's really sad when there's people who say, all I want is socks and shoes, and they don't want all those toys like what we want for Christmas. They just want enough to send them to school, put food on their plate, a roof over their head, and it's really...
The Good Old Boys' reach has extended far beyond Sussex County. Meet Liam, a 5-year-old boy from St. Louis, Missouri, diagnosed with cancer. It was his dream to do things like touch a shark and drive a John Deere tractor. The Good Old Boys made it all happen in a grand way.
Community in general, I mean, we pull together in crazy times. He's not a local kid. But once they heard his struggle and his life and what he was going through, good God, I mean, that was awesome.
It was one of the foundation's proudest moments.
The best recipients are the ones that don't ask for help, the ones that friends know. They come and say they're struggling, they could use a boost.
Of course, the Good Old Boys do get an added boost from the Good Old Girls, like Ann Donaway.
This isn't just an organization about us. It's an organization that we want to include all of Sussex County, where we say, hey, you want to help? Join in.
The foundation hosts various fundraisers throughout the year to raise money, but also couldn't do what they do without the help of Bless Our Children.
Bless Our Children just takes what we're doing and magnifies it. I mean, of course, just like everything, we have a budget, but when we receive Bless Our Children funds, we're able to double, essentially, what our outreach is, which is great. I mean, and at the end of the day, this is all about getting gifts in the rightful kids' hands, and through the Bless Our Children money, that's what makes it happen.
I'm Maxine Bensel for WBOC News.
One of the Good Old Boy Foundation's guiding principles is that all children deserve a chance. They believe the spirit of the child should be preserved at all costs.
Last year, they preserved the spirit through the holiday spirit by bringing Christmas to children at the Telemon Corporation in Georgetown. Their Head Start program serves lower-income families in the area, especially the Spanish-speaking community. As WBOC's Jimmy Hopper reports, every single one of the 37 students were given presents from Santa, all thanks to Bless Our Children.
Martine Gonzalez has 2 daughters. One of them is in her 2nd year at Telemon Head Start Preschool in Georgetown. He says the school has been a tremendous help.
Really hard, especially because my wife, she's working and then I have to work, so it's really hard to get balanced in that sense.
For Martine, the time when the program really stepped in to help
was Christmas.
When the teachers mentioned write their sizes and whatever they like or whatnot, I was like, okay. I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, maybe a gift. But when we saw the bags, they had bags full of toys, clothing, shoes. That was a blessing. It really was.
The Gonzalez family wasn't the only one helped. All 37 students at the Telamon Head Start in Georgetown had presents to open Christmas morning. That effort started with the school supervisor, Casey Christopher.
We had a couple kids that when we were talking about Santa and reading books for Christmas that said that Santa didn't come to their house and they didn't understand why. That's what got it started. I was like, oh, well, I think Santa needs to come then.
So she got to work. Casey reached out to the Good Old Boy Foundation, who used money from Bless Our Children to buy gifts from the children's wish lists.
A couple families got bikes and shoes, coats, clothes, whatever the kids asked for. They made up a list, and if they said dinosaurs, they got dinosaurs. If they said princesses, they got princesses. Easels, there were just tons of different things.
Presents that changed Christmas morning for children like Christian Rivera.
We received some packages, and there were some toys, some of his favorites, and he was very excited. We saw him very happy. It makes all the family happy too. I
mean, I have families that didn't have Christmases. They just pretended it didn't exist because it wasn't an option for them. You know, they just couldn't do it. What they make is their survival.
For Casey, being thankful and giving wasn't just a lesson for the children.
All right, so let me ask you how this makes you feel.
Great. It's really good. It really, I guess because it makes me want to give back more. I think it puts it on another level and makes you realize what you can do just as a person to help so many others that really need it.
Thank God there's people like that around here. Because again, there isn't many people who would just, you know, if you're here, take that, you know, just like that.
Thanks to your donations, the giving grows each year.
Do you know what Christian wants for Christmas this year?
This time he wants a car with a control. He used to have one when he was little, but he couldn't play it. Now he said he wants a big one.
So he's ready for a remote control car.
Yes.
My, how quickly they grow.
Right.
He's going to be wanting your car keys soon, Dad. You know that, right?
Right. Trouble.
Jimmy Hoppa, WBOC News.
Well, I sure hope Christian gets that remote-controlled car.
Indeed. There are so many children here on Delmarva who deserve to have presents under the tree on Christmas morning, but in some cases, that isn't possible.
There was no way I could get Christmas for my children.
We meet a mother of 6 who said Christmas was canceled until a local organization who receives money through Bless Our Children stepped in to help. How she is now paying it forward.
And a little later, we're looking into why people give. We meet 2 people from Salisbury who say giving is in their blood. Bless Our Children, from donation to delight. We'll be right back.